Now back to the real story. Senator Ted Cruz hoping history repeats itself in Iowa. A political activist who endorsed the winning candidates in the last two caucuses is now supporting Cruz. In 2012, Rick Santorum won 24.6%. Mitt Romney came in a very close second, and Rand Paul was third. And my guest endorsed him when he was at only 3%, talking about Santorum. In 2008, Mike Huckabee won Iowa with 34.4%, and my guest endorsed him when he had just 1%. Bob Vander Plaats endorsed Huckabee, Santorum, and now Ted Cruz. He's CEO of The Family Leader, and he joins me now live. Bob, great to have you on The Real Story. What is your real story? What is your secret sauce in picking the Iowa caucus's winner?
I don't think there's any secret sauce. I've just been able to pick great candidates. Mike Huckabee was a great candidate in 2008. Same with Santorum in 2012. And Ted Cruz right now, he's just the full spectrum, constitutional, pro-family conservative that people are uniting around, rallying around. And I expect a good night for him tonight in the debate, but also Monday night in the Iowa caucuses.
All right, so the other two guys that you endorsed in 08 and 12, they're still running. What did they think about you not picking them this time around?
Well, those were definitely hard phone calls to make because they're both very close friends. And I assured them, and I think they trust me, that it had nothing to do with Mike Huckabee, nothing to do with Rick Santorum, had everything to do with Ted Cruz. And for whatever reason, the momentum is going around Ted Cruz. You're seeing it every day here in Iowa. I've never seen a campaign infrastructure around a candidate like this. He is poised for success.
It's interesting because there's been a lot made and a lot of articles written about his ground game there, and the number of volunteers that he has, and even the technology that he's utilized as far as trying to pinpoint specific voters and what their interests are, etc. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
I've never seen anything like it before. Matter of fact, with Governor Huckabee and Rick Santorum, just because they were a little bit short on resources, we had to really rely on an organic nature, kind of living off the land to mobilize people on caucus night. Here we still have an organic nature, and we still like to act like we're living off the land, but we really have some real resources at our disposal right now. I think he has a great mobilization effort. If he doesn't win, it's not because they haven't put everything into it to allow him to win.
Very interesting. Okay, now, these are some of the biggest issues that you believe are going to motivate conservatives in Iowa come Monday night. Number one, the definition of marriage. Number two, separation of powers. Religious liberty, number three, and federal government overreach. Do these change over time, Bob? I mean, have these been different since 2008 and 2012, or are these conservative principles that remain top of mind for Iowans?
Well, I think for evangelicals, what happened on June 26 really heightened a lot of those issues. When the Supreme Court decided that they would do an unconstitutional act, an activist court, and undefine the institution of marriage. So all of a sudden it brought marriage to a forefront, it brought religious liberty to a forefront, it brought separation of powers to a forefront. And there's a reason right now why the church wants to engage these Iowa caucuses, because they see a government that's completely going contrary to what they believe the founding values of this country is.
So I assume that you're going to be going to your area and you're going to be caucusing.
I am. Matter of fact, I'm going to represent Senator Cruz in my caucus. I'm going to vote, and then I'm going to go to the victory party. Interesting enough, though, Gretchen, 4 years ago, I did not go to my caucus. I spoke for Rick Santorum at a different caucus, and he just about lost by 1 vote, so I got to be very concerned.
Wow.
4 years ago.
That is a testament to the fact that every vote does count. Bob Vander Plaats, great to have you on The Real Story. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Gretchen.